Hello, viewers. Welcome to Good Morning Tarot. Okay, I invite you to start the day with a short tarot reading. Now, this is a general reading, so it is open to all signs. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, there must be a special message for you here. Now, let's try to see what is the main energy. Okay, the main energy is the Eight of Swords. Okay, some of you are having anxieties at this present moment. Anxieties of something that you are not completely aware of. Uh, somehow you have an idea of what it is, but you do not see the big picture. You are not aware of the whole big picture. Um, the swords around you can symbolize people talking around you. And the problem is you are not aware who these people who are talking around you. So it can be the people who are talking in your back. And because of that, you couldn't move very well. You feel bound because, first of all, you don't know who are these people. And at the same time, you know that people are talking and you are worried that whatever you're going to do, it might hurt you because the swords can be sharp, no? At the same time, I see water here. So it seems that your environment is not very healthy at this present time, at least at this moment, no? Maybe it's because of these people who are, spilling certain things that are not quite healthy about you. Okay. Now, I don't know what is the reason why they're talking behind you. Whether it's because of jealousy or because they just want to talk. It can be sometimes like that. No. Now, you are right now outside the village, so in a certain sense, some of you might feel alienated from the situation or from the environment you are in right now, and you don't find comfort in the environment. You see here, the ground is damp, so in a certain sense, it's not a very comfortable environment for you right now. And but you can free yourself from that situation. You see, what binds you is something that is loose. So it can be also that it can be that you might feel that you seem to be in a situation that you cannot free yourself, but actually you can. If you will just be creative and try to find ways to free yourself from the situation, I feel you will be able to free yourself from it. Maybe you can ask your spirit animal or the divine to enlighten you so that you will find ways to free yourself from this situation. Once you are free from this, I feel self-limiting beliefs. No, sometimes for me, I feel that this bandage that is loosely wound around you are those self-limiting thoughts right now that you might have, which you might feel that it makes you feel helpless, that you are in a helpless situation. But this can be something like an illusion wherein you might feel you cannot move anymore. You are in a situation where you cannot move forward anymore. But actually, if you will just be creative or you will just have the courage to try, you can free yourself from the situation. Once you are able to free yourself, loosen yourself from your self-limiting beliefs, then maybe also you will be able to get a clearer picture of what is happening in your environment. And once you get a clearer picture of what is happening in your environment, then maybe you can start to walk away from this situation. Now, sometimes all you have to do is to have the courage. As long as you know that you are not doing anything wrong, then you can free yourself from this binding. If you believe that what you are doing is right and you're not doing anything wrong, you can free yourself from the situation. And whatever these people are saying around you, you can walk through it and it won't hurt you. I think the important factor here is to believe in yourself and to have the courage to free yourself from the situation. Now let us try to see how this situation will evolve. Okay, you see, here we have the Queen of Cups. If you will try to look at this card, it's if you would just be courageous enough, just like the Queen is somebody who has the courage to speak for herself. She has an authority. So if you can just have that confidence of the Queen, then you can free yourself from the situation. And you will be able to listen also from the divine, from your spirit guides, on how to solve or resolve the situation that you are in right now. Now you see here, somehow the water can also symbolize your scattered subconscious mind right now. It's as if in your subconscious mind right now, things are a little bit in disarray. Maybe it's the emotions that you might have at this present time. But if you can just have the courage to tell yourself, I am not doing anything wrong, and I shouldn't be affected by the opinion of other people. I feel that if you will have just the courage to stand for yourself, just as the Queen, and she has good boundaries also. I mean, she has that kind of bearing where by her just mere silent presence, people respect her and people keep quiet. I feel you will be able to free yourself from this situation, and sooner or later it will have the stillness of the waters that surrounds the throne of the Queen. Now, the Queen is in the midst of nature, so maybe at this time, one of your consolations so that you will be able to regain again your composure is, spending more time away from the madding crowds, away from these people who are talking. You go to a place where it is quiet, where you will be able to listen from the instruction or listen to the instructions that the divine or the spirit needs to tell you, and also your spirit guides. Then you will be able to regain that peace that the Queen of Cups already has. The Queen of Cups is somebody who is emotionally mature. So I feel that's the challenge for you right now. And I think this situation will allow you to mature also emotionally, to mature also in handling crisis like what you are undergoing right now. So this is a learning process for us, and we can learn from it, and will allow us to mature more like the Queen of Cups. And to always remember that you are not alone. Your spirit guides are there to accompany you. There are a lot of angels in the throne of the Queen. And the waters, again, are still, and she seems to be grounded also in reality. But there's something about, going to a quiet place, for some of you, maybe by the sea, where you can regain again your peace. I feel being out far in a quiet place near nature might be able to help you at this present time. So this anxiety, it will pass and you will be able to free yourself. I think the factor that is important here is to have the courage. Have the courage also to stand for yourself. When you have the courage, sometimes people are just sort of like, they tend to take advantage of us when they feel that we are afraid. But once we have the courage, their tendency to dominate also disappears. So, but you can always deal with them. The Queen of Cups is somebody who can be firm, but at the same time kind. Okay, so it's like being kind but firm, tender but tough. Okay, something like that. So what is the advice of the universe? Well, the advice of the universe is, get rid of the devil. What I feel is maybe there are certain aspects in your personality right now that you need to somehow give attention to. What makes me feel is maybe some of the comments that are going around might not really be unfounded. There might be some basis behind it. There might be certain aspects of what they are talking about that are partially true. If they are talking about something, a certain bad habit that you might have, or maybe a certain addiction that you might have, then maybe you need to give attention to that. Because oftentimes when people, there is a saying, when there is smoke, there is fire. So you need to listen to your inner self also. Listen to the universe. Maybe there is a reason why you are encountering this. Maybe partially there is a truth why people are talking behind you. Maybe there is something in your life that is not, that needs to be given attention to, but you have sort of neglected, that you need to free yourself from. It can be a bad habit. It can be a bad relationship. For some of you, it can be also an addiction. So I feel that the universe is giving you also this opportunity in order for you to work and free yourself from something that keeps you from being free. Because this anxiety can also be this one, a bad habit. A bad habit that keeps you from really being able to have this confidence of the Queen of Cups. So try to see right now. The invitation for us is to assess your life right now. Try to see which part of your life right now limits you and prevents you from moving forward. Something that gives you fear and something that prevents you from really being free. Because when you look at this, these people who have chains in their neck can also remove the chains if they want to. But they got used to the chain that they don't want to remove it anymore. It's like the same also when there's an addiction or a bad habit or maybe even a bad relationship. We don't want to leave it because we don't want to leave it behind because in a certain sense there are certain things also that satisfies us in that situation. But you know that it's no longer good for you because right now you are already being alienated by certain people and certain people are already talking about your situation. So maybe you need to address to whatever this darkness is right now, this shadow part of you that maybe you tried to hide and maybe for a while you are able to indulge in it because you were able to hide it. But now, for some of you, it might be already coming into light and people are starting to talk. So maybe somehow if we discard, I feel the universe might be reminding you maybe there is an aspect in your life that you need to attend to now. And you cannot go on anymore denying that presence. You need to attend to it. Now listen to the instruction of the universe. When you look at the Queen of Cups, she is also praying. If you have difficulty freeing yourself from a bad habit or a bad relationship or a certain addiction, ask the help from the divine. At the same time, ask help also from professional people. If you feel you need professional assistance, work on it. Ask for some professional assistance. This is in relation to your future. It is for your own good. So if you need professional assistance in order to get rid of this shadow part of you, in order to address this one, in order to heal from it, then don't hesitate to do so. There is darkness here, and the darkness is the absence of light. Maybe it's time for you to ask the light to enter into this part of you in order to heal it. So you cannot do it on your own. Go into prayer, ask the divine to help you. Lord, I am in a situation that troubles me and makes me feel helpless. Please solve the problem for me. Please free me from this darkness that I am immersed at this present moment. So try to see how this resonates with you. I feel the reason why people are talking is that there is some form of basis behind it that you need to address. Now, whatever it is, it's time for you to address it. It's time for you to bring light into that dark part of your life. You can free yourself, and I think you deserve to be free. To have that peace that the Queen of Cups has. To have that deeper relationship with the divine that the Queen of Cups has. To find finally peace in your inner life. And at the same time, to free yourself from all these external situations that brings you anxiety at this time. So this is what we have for our tarot reading. I hope it has enlightened you in your present situation, and I hope that it has given you the courage to address whatever things in your life that you need to address at this present moment. Now let us go to the second part of our Good Morning Tarot, which is the self-care tip. For our self-care tip, the message is: create a caring and nurturing space to fill your soul with inspiration and beauty. Play, create, embrace your essence. Okay, right now this card invites you to create a space in your life where you can just be who you truly are, and where you can grow, and where you can just enjoy life, live it to the full. A place where you can play, where you can create, and where you can just be able to embrace who you truly are. I think it's also a place where you can just be your own goofy self. You can commit mistakes, and from that space you can find opportunities to grow. So it's a me space, okay. But there's also a need for you to have a me time so that you can enjoy also this space or this sanctuary that you can have. Earlier when we did the tarot reading, there is something that is causing you anxiety. And in that tarot reading, we also saw the Queen of Cups in a quiet space, a quiet place where she could spend time in prayer, spend time also to find instructions from the divine in order for her to be able to address whatever situation she has in her life. Now, there is also the last card, which is the card of the Devil, wherein one feels sort of fettered by certain situations or maybe certain addictions in one's life. Now, I feel that part of creating a safe, nurturing space for you is taking yourself away from situations that are toxic for you. So maybe the invitation for you also, aside from finding a place where you can just nurture yourself and allow yourself to heal and to grow, maybe there is also a need for us to remove ourselves from situations that are not healthy for us. To remove ourselves from situations where people might be not treating us in a kind way, at the same time to free ourselves from a situation where we become burdened with certain things that are detrimental to us, and we are not able to really move freely towards the direction of what is good for us. So maybe there is also a need for us to remove ourselves from those dark, shady situations that will not help us. So we need to change our environment, into a place where it is more nurturing and promotes healing for us. So for some of you, you try to assess your situation right now. If you are in a situation that is not healthy, where the people are not very supportive, if you are in a place where you know if you remain there, you will not be able to improve your situation. For example, if it is a very unhealthy relationship, if you remain there, you know that you will remain being miserable. If you are in a place where you know you will not be able to free yourselves from certain bad habits or certain addictions, then maybe you need to go to another place where you will be freed from all these negative things, and to allow you to begin your life anew. So for some of you, if there's a need for you to go to another place, to transfer yourself to another place that is more healthy, more conducive for healing, don't hesitate to do so. You deserve it. You deserve the best in life. You deserve also to be free from things that are not helpful to you, especially those things that stifle you, those things that bring you or keep you in the dark. You deserve much more. So I feel this is the message of the self-care tip, which is to always provide ourselves with a certain environment that promotes healing, that promotes nurturing of ourselves, that allows us to be ourselves, that allows us to just enjoy, that gives us the opportunity to play, to create things, and to embrace our uniqueness as a person. It is a place also where you can find healing, where you can also free yourself from those shadow parts, to allow yourself also to accept and be reconciled with those shadow parts of yourself, and from there, learn lessons from it, and to resolve to begin again. So, somehow, a healthy environment is also very helpful for you at this time. So, if you are in a bad situation or in a bad environment, then maybe it's time for you to seek a healthier place, a more conducive place to live a better life. Well, that's it for our self-care tip. I hope that it resonates with you at this time and it has given you some insights or maybe some answers to some of your questions. And I thank you for all the likes and comments that you've given to the channel and for subscribing in the channel. It helps the channel to grow and it allows the channel also to reach more people and touch their lives. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until that moment, may God continue to bless your ways.